This is the Louie T Network. The journey is long, and nobody said it was going to be easy. But all we've got is us.
You have any quarterback news for us?
All that believe.
Yes, we do have news. We have announced that Kirk Cousins will be the starter for 2015 moving forward. And I think all three quarterbacks should be commended for their efforts, their willingness to get better. But when it's all said and done, after all the film that we've gone through, all the off-season activity, all the training camp footage, we feel like at this time, Kirk Cousins gives us the best chance to win, and that's where we're going.
When you say for 2015, does that mean barring
It's Kirk's team.
Welcome, all my fellow Redskins brethren and sisters. In command and resident Redskins fan, Lou, thank you for joining me here. Redskins Report. Week 10 bow and go coming straight at you. Before we get to that Week 10 huge matchup, seems like we do this every other week. Win one, lose one. The next game becomes that much more important against New Orleans Saints at home. Got to put a bow on the Week 9 loss against the New England Patriots quickly. Couple of takeaways after going back further review of the game. I love Kaishan Jarrett. Kai is quickly becoming one of my favorite young guys on the football team. Whatever we've asked him to do, he's went out and done it to the best of his capabilities. We put him in a tough position to go out and play in the slot because of all the injuries, and he responded, played some outstanding football for us in the slot. Now that all of our corners are getting healthy again, D'Angelo Hall looks like he's going to play, so good to see D Hall potentially getting back on the field in week number 10. Rashad Breeland, vitamin B, played last week, but it was very sparingly. Think they're going to ramp him up a little bit more this week. Also, Cully played a lot last week, but again, they're going to ramp him up a little bit more. So you're getting all your stuff back. Still got Will Blackman out there. So I feel good about the cornerback position. Now that allows us to take a guy that was drafted to be a safety and move him back to his natural position at safety where we need help. Trent Robinson was benched last week because of his poor play, and I've said this before, I love Trent Robinson. I love what he brings to the table from a competitive standpoint. I love the fact that he's an outstanding special teams player. He's just not a starting safety in this league. Simple as that. I don't want him off the team. I think he's a very, very integral part of this team, especially from a special team standpoint, but he's just not a starting safety, and that's that. But he got benched for Jerron Johnson, who came in. I thought he actually did a bang-up job, considering that he hasn't had a lot of snaps at safety for us this year, but maybe Kaishan Jarrett can come in and solidify some things back there. I would love to see him get an opportunity. And they've already said, defensive coordinator Joe Barry has already said, look, man, we're going to find a way to keep this young fella on the field because he's outstanding. So I can't wait to see what they start doing with him at the safety position. Is he going to make some mistakes? Sure. He's a rookie. He hasn't played a lot. Probably hasn't been at the safety position since training camp because of all the injuries to the cornerback position. He's been thrusted into the slot, so hasn't been at safety, hasn't been getting reps there at practice since probably week 2 of the season, so he's going to make mistakes. But again, I think there's some potential for him to come in there and do some things at the safety position. So I'm excited about what is to come in the future for Kaishan Jarrett. Kai looks very impressive, and now him getting a chance potentially at safety makes me smile. But there were some other takeaways from the game. Harry Riley Jr., my goodness, he stinks. Anytime I see him in coverage, I cringe. I'm like, oh man, there you go. Take that shot. And Tom Brady, he's an assassin. He's surgical. He sees Perry Riley already giving out the outside. He's trying to take away the inside slant, and they just ran past him. And anytime he's in any kind of passing coverage, whether it's against a tight end, a running back, or a receiver, it's a disadvantage, okay? We're at a disadvantage. He's a liability in coverage. He's a liability in general, period. When he's on the field, bad things happen. Harry Riley Jr. needs to sit on the bench. That's what he needs to do. Problem is, we don't have enough depth to sit him down. Will Compton is going to play a lot more, and I think he should. But now, Keenan Robinson, K-Rob is banged up, so I really don't know what to expect. Either way, it just seems like Perry Riley's going to find his way onto the field, and for us, that's a bad thing because he's not really good at anything except initiating contact. That's all he does. Frustrating. It really is. Also, another thing that I noticed in the game, what's up with us not taking the boot game on the road. Like, every time we run boot, it's been successful because Kirk does the boot game really well. And even though we haven't been running the football successfully, teams still bite on the boot. So why not run it? We ran it successfully against the Rams in week number 2. We ran it successfully against the Eagles at home. We ran it successfully a couple weeks back against Tampa. But we don't travel with it on the road. What is it? Why don't we run boot on the road? I don't understand. When we do run it, it's successful, but we don't take it on the road. It's almost as if it's home exclusive. We only run boot game when we're at home. I guarantee you, we're going to run some boot against New Orleans. It's going to be successful. And I'm going to ask myself, why didn't we do that last week? Why didn't we do that last time we were on the road before that? We don't take the boot on the road, and that drives me nuts because we run it very well. Another thing, what's up with the screen game? Where was that at in week number 9? I mean, we threw one screen and really it was a hitch to Deshaun Jackson. We threw a garbage screen, I want to say, to the running back out of the backfield that didn't work. But what is it about us? And I think we're a team of extremes. We either do something a bunch to the point where the other team knows it's coming because we run it too much, or we don't do it at all. Like, why can't we find that happy medium in the middle somewhere? You know, that drives me nuts. Like, same thing with the boot game. Either we run the boot 5 times in a game and have success, or we don't run it at all. Like, why can't we run it 2 or 3 times and feel good about that every single game? Like, we didn't run any read option with Kirk against New England. We didn't do much of anything. Like, there were a couple of read option handoffs, and they were successful, or at least they could have been if the running backs would have made better cuts and reads and whatnot. But all I'm saying is we're just not consistent in anything that we do. We're inconsistent. We're consistently inconsistent, which is a very frustrating thing to be. But the New England loss, we all know what the story was there. You know, drop balls, and the defense couldn't get off the field on 3rd downs. We couldn't stop the running game, which is really becoming something that is concerning me. Of all the things that we're not doing well right now, look, if we don't run the football, yeah, I'm upset about that, but we can still survive. We've done it this season without the run game. What really is eating at me, and this is the thing I've always told you, look, I'd rather you pass the football all over me. Don't bludgeon me to death with the run though, man. That is tough to stomach. As a player, as a fan, as a coach, when the other team lines up and beats you to death, kicks your ass with the run game, as a fan, that eats away at me, and I'm just watching on my couch, okay? And that still hurts when guys are getting 7 a pop. I mean, god damn, what are you supposed to do? I mean, we gotta clean that up, man. That's trifling, is what that is. It's nasty, and you're not gonna win many games like that. We gotta clean that up. And I keep hearing every week it's one guy here missing a fit, one guy. I don't really care. Just fix it. At this point, I don't want to hear any more excuses. Just fix it. We got to be better against the run. That being said, let's move on to the Week 10 matchup versus the Saints. Another big game. Look, we have these every other week because we win a game and then we lose a game. We can't string together wins. We can't get to 500. We can't seem to get over the hump of one game under 500. We get to one game under 500, we feel good, and then we lose and we go back to 2 games and we get into the danger zone, and then we say this next game is a must-win game. We did it against the Rams, we did it against the Eagles, we did it against Tampa Bay, and we're doing it again here against the Saints. Every other week, it's a must-win game, so we're back at that again. At 3-5, we gotta have it. Gotta get back to 4-5, one game under 500 to give us a chance to get to 500 against Carolina next week. But we can't talk about Carolina right now because the Saints are in our face. Yeah, their defense is bad, and that's all I've been hearing all week. Oh, the Redskins can get healthy, they can run the football, they can do this, they can do it. You ever thought about something? You ever thought about their defense getting healthy against our offense? You ever thought about that? Like, have you ever, did you even stop to entertain the fact that we're not a very good football team? We're 3-5 for a reason. So, it's not out of the realm of possibility that they get healthy off of us. Like, that's the thing that kills me with the fan base and the media types alike, is that they only look at it from one end of the spectrum. It's like they're looking at it through a prism, and they just have tunnel vision. Like, it's only beneficial to us. No, we're not a good team. Like, the same thing I said about the Tampa Bay game. Like, Everybody in our camp was saying, oh yeah, we gotta beat Tampa Bay. Don't you think Tampa Bay is saying the same thing about us? And we better beat the Redskins. Those guys stink. And I'm saying, the Saints are saying, man, the Redskins, boy, their running game really is bad. We need to stop these boys. Like, you don't think they're saying the same thing about us? Oh, their run defense is terrible. Their passing defense is even worse. We gotta blaze them. That's what we're saying. And you think they're not coming in saying, hey, they running game stink, and we can turn Kirk Cousins over. You don't think they're saying the same thing? Like, that, it just is maddening to me to hear us talk as if we're good enough to talk like that. When you're 7-1, when you're 8-0, when you're 6-2, you're 5-3, yeah, you can talk crazy like that, okay? We haven't earned the respect. We haven't been consistent enough to talk about another team as if we have it like that. That's like the pot calling the kettle black. We can't do it. So that's real frustrating in itself, but yes, the Saints are bad on defense. Yes, we have some opportunities to do some things, and I'm excited about that opportunity. It's going to be tough, though. Flip side, Drew Brees is playing at a really high level. In case you didn't notice, okay? Yeah, he just blazed the Giants 2 weeks ago for 7 touchdown passes. That could easily be us. Now, it's good to get some stuff back in the secondary. I don't know if we're going to get any pressure on Drew Brees. At the end of the day, if we can just limit them and not allow them to go off and score 5 touchdowns in this game, we got a shot. Okay, are we going to have to outscore them? Yes, because we're not going to hold Drew Brees down. We're not going to stop him from scoring 24 points. We got to score 27. We got to score 30. So you already go into the game knowing we're not shutting Drew Brees down, okay? He's going to, just like Tom Brady, he's going to get his. I told you. Treat him like Steph Curry, treat him like LeBron, treat him like one of those elite players in the NBA where you just like, all right, I know he's going to get his. Let's not let the role players around him do us, or we're going to lose the game. Same thing with Drew Brees. He's going to get his, okay? He's going to distribute the football to Benjamin Watson. He's going to distribute the football to Willie Snead. He's going to distribute the football all around the field. Just don't let Mark Ingram get us in the run game. Let's not let C.J. Spiller bust one for 70 yards on a screen. Let's not let the other guys around him make plays outside of the plays that he's already going to make at the quarterback position. Let's not let them get any cheap ones. Make them work for everything that they're going to get in this football game. That's all I ask. No cheapies, nothing cheap, nothing deep, nothing free. If they get it and they work for it, okay, you got it, okay? Because we're not that good. But if they get a 4-play, 78-yard drive that was capped off by a 52-yard touchdown strike, that's going to make me throw up in my mouth, okay? Because we can't win like that. If they get an 11-play, 78-yard drive, hey, you got it. I tip my cap to you. Great job. But we got to make them work. Don't let them. Drew Brees leads the league in plus 20-yard completions this season, okay? So that means that he likes to go over the top and they get chunks. If we're not sound in our principles, he will get chunks and we'll be in trouble. We need to play disciplined football. That being said, again, I say this every week because our defense isn't really good. Where this game's going to be won is on the offensive side of football. We got to step up. D-Jax needs to be a bigger part of the offense this year. Jay Reed and D-Jax have to be a bigger part of the offense in this week, okay? Week 10 needs to be a week where we start implementing these guys into the offense and getting them going, which is going to open up the run game. Look, it's not rocket science. If we start pushing the football down the field and teams have to start respecting the deep ball, guess what that's going to open up? Guess! Yeah, it's going to open up the run game. Now that safety has to come out of the box, he can't stay down there because they got D-Jack to worry about. Now other guys are able to get one-on-one matchups, win those. Then you have to start realizing, all right, we got to pull back a little bit because they're going down the field. Now that opens up some space up front in that box, guys can start moving their guys off the spot, moving the line of scrimmage just a little bit up further. And now all of a sudden, those 2-yard runs, those 1-yard runs, those negative 1-yard runs, turn into 3-yard runs and 4-yard runs and 7-yard runs. So everything is a trickle-down effect, but we got to start pushing the football down the field. It's time for D-Jax to go ahead, blow the dust off, and get it going this week. We need them. So, look, I feel like this is a W. I think we can win this football game. I think we are a really good team at home. When we go on the road, I don't know. I can't call it. I don't know what the hell happens when we go on the road. When we're at home, we play a different brand of football. The goal this week, don't fall behind early and don't come out flat in the second half. We'll see what happens. I like our chances. I think defensively, If we just don't fall asleep behind the wheel, we should be able to hang tough enough to get this W. And if offensively we step up and do the things we're capable of doing, which we usually do at home, I see us winning this football game 30-24 over the New Orleans Saints at home in Week 10 to get us back to 4-5 in the season and give us a chance to continue to fight in the NFC East. I am a Redskins fan, Edgerton, Burgundy, and Gold. My Redskins spirit will never die. My Redskins spirit will never fold until we meet again. Hail to our beloved Redskins. You'll see me back here next week, of course, right after the game. R3 Redskins Rapid React. Until then, you know what I'm about to say. Go get them, fellas. Go get us a W and get us back to a game under 500.
There's plenty more where that came from. While you're here, subscribe to the channel. If you want more Louie T, be sure to follow me on Twitter at InTheLabRoom, or you can like the Facebook page at In The Lab Room. That's In The Lab Room on Facebook and at In The Lab Room on Twitter. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. The Redskins Report.